Hey friends, welcome back to Hopeful and Wholesome and to your next Magnetic Minute of Hope, your little 5 to 6 minute bit of wisdom and insight to end your week and bring you into the weekend. And today I want to bring you a little snippet of something that I've actually had multiple conversations about over the past couple weeks. Is kind of one of those things, like most of these Magnetic Minute of Hope episodes, that is happening in real time. And I feel like when it comes up more than once, it's meant to be shared. So I want to first ask you this. For those of you who are on your healing journey, this could be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, it could be all of it, just your personal growth journey. What if it isn't, quote, healing you because you're trying to control it? I've had a couple episodes on here about control, and this is kind of a different conversation about control. Because what I'm seeing is high-performing, high-achieving women, overachievers, if you will. I'm raising my hand here because I'm trying to get to the point where I can say I'm a recovering overachiever, and I feel like I'm close. But I see a lot of these kinds of women who are doing the breath work, they're taking the supplements, they're doing the meditations, they know their trauma responses, but they still feel stuck, they still feel frustrated, and they still feel like they're not, quote, there yet. And so I want to ask you this, a bit of reflection. Are you constantly trying to fix yourself? Because that's what I'm seeing is rather than this being a journey, right? I'm on this journey to see how I grow and what shifts along the way. It's just this, I need to get there where I fix myself. Or you're treating your body like this broken machine that needs to be fixed instead of this wise oracle that you are. Our bodies hold so much wisdom. And what if all this effort to heal is just the high performer in you sort of shape-shifting, right? So now it's this like internal high performer versus like looking like in your work. It's just shape-shifting into another form. Because the fact is that healing itself can become another performance, right? We're checking off the box. We have to do everything the best we can. We have to achieve perfection. And it's this optimal we're trying to get to. And that's what, quote, there is. It's that optimal, right? The next protocol, the next training, the next diet, the next trend, the next detox, the next energy release. But then still feeling out of sync. The fact is that we've swapped productivity of business for the productivity of healing. And all of this ties into the conversation about control that we've had before. This hypervigilance, this illusion of safety. I feel safe if I just keep at it. This is what makes me feel safe. Again, it's just a trauma response. But this is how we need, this is the reframe. The need to, quote, heal it all becomes a form of perfectionism. Like I said, this is like perfectionism in spiritual clothing. If I can just fix this next thing, I'll finally be free. It becomes a form of self-rejection. Like I'll only be worthy once I'm healed. How many times have we had that worthiness conversation? This is just another way it rears its ugly head. Or the control piece. If I understand it all, if I know it all, if I can control it all, then I can avoid pain. Then it can avoid disease. Then I can avoid fill in the blank. But these are just parts of us. And I want to say this. These are parts of us that mean well, right? We've talked about parts work in these episodes. There's the fixer who just wants to fix things. There's the overachiever in disguise. There's the protector who's afraid to slow down. But these parts actually don't need more protocols like we think they do. They need your presence. They need to feel safe. It doesn't come with another protocol. The healing doesn't happen in your head. It happens when your body believes that it's safe to be whole. That's the missing piece. It heals when it becomes safe to know that I'm okay right now. I don't need anything else to make me feel whole. I don't need anything else to get me, quote unquote, there. So how can you start asking yourself that question? What if I'm already whole and I just need to remember? What if there's not something else I need to do to add to the list? And so much of this ties into our human design And really, it's the wisdom of your human design and the wisdom of your nervous system, your undefined centers, right? The openness we have in the undefined centers where we take in all this other energy. It's openness. It's not brokenness. It's openness. That's the reframe I want you to have here. It's about being able to discern the energy coming into those centers, and also just being open to what is there to teach us. And the main thing is it's about embodiment. It's not about fixing. And so I want to redefine healing as letting go of urgency, letting go of having to analyze. Like, let's listen instead of analyzing. Can we listen to our bodies and be curious rather than judgmental and overanalyzing every little thing and feeling like we have to fix it? Can we respond and not force? So here's the reflection I want you to ask yourself as we end this week. What part of me believes that I'm only safe once I'm healed, or that I'm only safe once I get, quote, there? And then what if healing isn't about becoming better, but it's about becoming more of me? That's what I want you to ask yourself. So I encourage you to hold your journey with compassion and patience and softness versus critique and control and this need to fix everything. Just let go, right? I had that episode about surrender, letting go of control. It all plays into a part here. Can you choose to return to wholeness now in the moment versus waiting until you get there in your healing journey, or learning the next thing, or doing the next practice? This is the healing. The healing is the journey. The healing isn't the destination. As cliche and corny and cheesy as that sounds, it is one of the biggest, most potent truths I can give you. The healing is the journey, my friend. It's not the destination. There is no destination. The destination is we're in the grave. We're in the ground. It is the journey. So instead of trying to fix yourself or thinking your body is some broken machine that needs fixing, embrace your body as the wise oracle that it is. It's trying to give you the signs and the signals, and let's take the time to listen, not critique, and hear what it has to say. I hope this serves you, and I'll see you next time.